Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. So we had some big news today regarding rescheduling. It has finally happened, probably sooner than a lot of us thought. We thought it would come actually in the fall, maybe, but obviously rescheduling is something that we've been talking about a lot on this channel. Particularly Blake Downer has been talking about it for months now, and turns out he was right. And there was obviously some big news today. So HITI and MSOS both popped significantly today, and I think there's going to be a lot more room to run now that we got this news. So let's go first recap a little bit on what the news was, and then we'll look at both funds. So let's go start with Seeking Alpha here. And if I type in HITI, I'll get the related news about it. So we popped 16% today in HITI. We were actually higher, but I think there's a little bit of a sell-off towards the end of the day. Maybe not too much actually, but so we're now rated a buy and a strong buy. So they're picking up on it. All three are definitely picking up on it. We've got solid grades here. Rank in industry 21 out of 198. Oh, there's not any recent articles about it. Potential for long-term compounding through its differentiated ecosystem. Yeah, so like we believe, like we've been saying on this channel for a while, we believe HiTi is well positioned to be the leader when all this new environment comes into focus. Um, so yeah, for this month alone, we're up 40%, or excuse me, year to date, we're up 40% in HiTi. This month, we're up 16.75%. Most of that's come, of course, within today. Basically, we were kind of flat this month, but now we're up because of today. So we've got HiTi, and then we got MSOS also. So MSOS is obviously well positioned as well. We're up exactly 100% in the last year. Year to date, we're up 60% in MSOS. So I have call options on both of these. Options are such a tricky beast sometimes because I was up like $1,000 in my options for HiTi. I have leaps in HiTi with, I believe, an October expiration because I think a lot of us were expecting this news to come closer to the fall. So it probably happened sooner than we thought. Um, but those options kind of went back down almost to like maybe being up $100. Well, now they came back to being up like 250, but at one point it was up 1,000. So these are tricky with a stock like this. But obviously, my position in the stock itself is doing very well. It's become like one of my top holdings now in terms of performance. So definitely running laps around the S&P for both of these. So let me see if I just go to a standard. Let's do this here. It's probably not the top trending story right now, but I just kind of want to recap. Oh, welcome, welcome. I don't expect this to get as many views as our usual dividend programming, but this is important. This is a milestone today. So here we go. I'm not going to read everything because there's certain words that YouTube doesn't like, but obviously we know what rescheduling is. We know what's getting rescheduled. So Biden administration plans to reclassify it, easing restrictions nationwide. The Justice Department plans to reschedule it as a lower risk. You know what? Uh, the US DEA is reclassifying, easing restrictions. So um, that is what rescheduling is. The FDA, the federal government, rescheduling it as a less risky substance. So that is what we've been expecting for a while. It happened way sooner than we thought. Let me see if I just type in rescheduling here. So not to go into too much detail, but there's like scheduling of all of this stuff that the government can change around basically. Forbes says, what does rescheduling mean? And it's going to give me a stupid paywall. Oh, maybe I'll get one free article. Um, oh, no, I got an ad. Okay. How about that? We've got like video ads on articles now. How's that? So what it means is, let's see, I'm probably not going to get the article, am I? This is so annoying. These sites like don't want to give you anything free anymore. With the DEA set to reclassify as less dangerous, companies will finally get a break from a punitive federal tax rate. So that's a key point. And stocks have already rallied. So that's getting a break from a punitive federal tax rate. That's a big, big boost to the industry as a whole. Let me see what screen I'm over here. Let's see here. Not in live. Oh, live Discord. I guess I could. Let me see. I think this works actually. Here. I didn't have much. I was just going to cover this, but yeah, it wasn't going to be necessarily a live show, but I'm live on Discord now. Ah, the Richard King's phrase is getting copied. HITI is 10% of my high risk portfolio. You keep saying high risk, but it seems like you're in some actually like stable growth, unless the high risk is just like a portion of it. I feel like I need to add more. Yeah, don't we all? 200 shares of TRLY. Is that Tilray? Is that Tilray? Let me look up Tilray actually. So Tilray used to be really good, but they've been garbage actually for a couple of years, but they might come back. We'll see. Let me see. Let me close this out. And let's see. I personally consider anything that's indexed high risk. Any index fund? Well, I would have to say I don't because like an S&P index fund or like a Nasdaq, I expect the major indexes to be up over time. So I know all investing is technically risky, but I mean, I think that the major indexes are not all that risky unless you're in like a triple levered fund. But anyway, um, okay, let's look at Tilray. Oh, not index. Okay, well, I get you now. That makes sense because it's individual stocks. Okay, TLRY. At first, I thought you were saying some kind of Tesla fund again. By the way, so some exciting news. So tomorrow, the Curve Funds people, this made me feel important. So they actually reached out to me and they want to come back on the channel tomorrow to talk about how their fund is actually outperforming Tesla. Is that a good idea? You think Jay would be upset with us? I mean, it's just facts. I mean, you know, it is what it is. But yeah. So I'm gonna have Howard, the CEO, on at 5 tomorrow. We're gonna be quick. It's gonna be like maybe 20 minutes or so. I'm just gonna let him talk about it and say what he has to say. We'll ask a few questions. But I thought that was pretty cool that they reached out to me about it. So anyway, let's see. Tilray 247. We were up 40% today. Look at that. Wow. We're up 7% for the year. So actually, that means this stock was in the negative until today. Because, well, we were at 285, then we dropped to like one something. If we look at a year, we're only up 8%. See, we're down 95% over the last 5 years. Because I remember in 2018, I want to say, this had a huge, see right here, had a huge run up from like 30 to like 300 or something. And I guess they just burned through too much cash. And then I could have sworn this was at $300 at some point. But yeah, this is one I would definitely consider risky. Um, so we've got that. Of course, high tie is probably my favorite one at this point. I got to look over my options again too, see how those did. I won't share the screen on that, but yeah, agreed. Oh, look who's still up. I thought it was like past your bedtime by now. Well, I know what would make you sleepy. Some of what got rescheduled. It would help you, right? Sleep. Tomorrow is bigger news day. Jolt's jobs data and Fed at 2 p.m. Raj liked my tweet. IG, I have to buy more. Yeah. 50% of the stock portfolio is in Amazon, High-Tide, SMCI, IIPR, MSFT. Those aren't terrible. Like Amazon and Microsoft, I don't see them going anywhere. Even though Jeff Bezos did say one day Amazon will be bankrupt, I just don't see it. I really don't. SMCI, good. I mean, maybe High-Tide might be the riskiest one, but looking at where it's going to be now, it looks like you're fine. Ah, I see. I am already pre-positioned and I haven't felt FOMO like this in a long time. But you're in a ton of it. The money I transferred into my brokerage today can't settle fast enough. You're not using Schwab, are you? Now this something like this might be worth a wire transfer. So someone told me that video I did back in January complaining about the money not clearing in the IRA for like 5 days. Sometimes, I don't know, a wire transfer might be worth it. Oh, SMCI had bad earnings. Well, let's look at that one while we're at it. Maybe it's time for the coach to buy in. I'm waiting for a pullback. Oh, not terrible. I mean, $31. Ooh, but tomorrow. Ooh, it's really gonna get wrecked tomorrow. Um, hmm, might be a good buying point tomorrow. I know that sucks for the people that bought in at like 900, but strong buy the quants, buy for Wall Street. I really want my hands on this. So if this drops to like 700, I might just have to pull the trigger. I want my hands on some Nvidia too. Some Nvidia, some Chipotle, basically all the stocks I've missed out on. Nvidia is dropping. It was at, let's see, the buy point would have been here on the 19th, 762. Let's look at Chipotle. So Chipotle is about to split pretty soon. Look at that. Wow, look at that amazing return. Watch this over like 5 years. 360% over 10 years. So really the best time to buy was during that whole E. coli scare. They dropped to like 250. It's hard to believe like in 2017 they were at like 250 a share. Incredible. Lots of opportunities out there if you get in at the right price. Starbucks. Ooh, Starbucks. So my employer smartly put a Starbucks in the employee cafeteria. So a lot of money tends to get dropped there because the actual coffee they have for free is crap. So I should have never sold my Starbucks actually. But yeah, I see. So they're down 11% tomorrow. I'm surprised Starbucks is this cheap. I'm used to Starbucks being like $100 stock. Let me fact check myself here. Yeah, 120. Well, that was the 2021 clown market. But no, we got back to 108 last year. Starbucks might be at a buy. I know they said they held off on raising their prices this year to keep loyal customers or something. But it's rated a buy by 2 out of the 3. Yeah, this is one I wish I would have never sold out of. I doubled my money in it, but like I say, every stock that I sell that I double my money in, it ends up doing much better. So I want to say I sold out of it. I think I sold out of it for about $100. So I didn't sell out of it at a horrible point, but then it ran up to here. Of course, it pulled back during COVID to $58 and then it ran up over here. This was the time you would have wanted to really be sitting on a lot of cash. And here too, you can pretty much circle those on a chart. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, Starbucks. Okay, wow, that was a fast 13 minutes. Spent most of it talking about the actual topic. So yeah, HITI, MSOS. Let's look over the price one more time. I think it might be time to load up even more. I think it's still cheap, but it may not stay cheap for too long. And my advice to you all, not that I give advice, but if this were to be taken as advice, never think that, oh, I already missed out on 40% upside. No, because this could run up to like $10, $20, who knows? Um, yeah, that and MSOS. So Blake, are you selling out of those MSOS call options yet? Are you holding on to them? Are you waiting for like a real grand slam? Or because I know you've already got a huge gain in them. I'm considering what it did today. Like I'm gonna watch it probably till the end of the week, and I might sell mine. Like I like I like the grand slam, but sometimes a base hit is good too. Um, but then again, I'm very confident in these based on what we've all talked about. So, you know, I may just hold them. Anyway, all right, you all. Thank you all for tuning in. Happy investing. Happy reclassification day. Like, comment, and subscribe. And join the Discord if you haven't already. And we will see you all in the next one. Actually, you know what? Here's the funny thing. I won't actually be doing a video until next month, which is like 15 minutes away. Profound thought, right? Oh, here we go. I'm not selling anything until it goes parabolic. It peaked around $55 per share last rally. I'd go for that. All right, you all. I'll see you all tomorrow. I'll be on with Howard again, and we'll look at Curve's Tesla Fund. All right. Good night, everyone.